BINO Nation, we back in the building yet again. Y'all already know what time it is, man. Make sure you hitting the like button as you come in. Make sure you hitting the Cash App and supporting the show. Anybody that drops 100 or more will be a sponsor of the show.
That's that BINO energy.
Yeah, y'all already know what time it is. Y'all already know how we gonna do today. We got to talk about your boy. Yeah, we got to talk about your boy. Y'all already know, man. It's getting real goofy out here. It's getting real goofy and real suspect out here. How many of y'all press a 1 in the chat if you've heard what's been going on with your boy? Press a 1 in the chat if you've heard what's been going on with your boy, Dr. Umar. Drop them ones in the chat if you know what's going on with him. Oh. Yeah, it's getting real goofy. It's getting real goofy, man. Put them shields in the chat. Put the shields in the chat. We got to talk about them because guess what? I found out some things that basically confirmed everything that I knew about Dr. Umar. In fact, it confirms everything that I've been telling y'all about him. It confirms all of it, every last bit of it, man. And we're going to talk about it today. You feel me? On this episode of Dragon Ball Z. y'all already know, man. Oh my God. Oh my God. Yo, like Dr. Umar is like the gift that just keeps on giving.
You're now tuned in
You are now tuned into
to the realest show on YouTube with your host, the Angryman.
So, for everybody in the building that may not be familiar with what's going on, your boy Dr. Umar Johnson came on to I don't know which platform it was. I don't know if it was Instagram. I don't know what platform it was, but he jumped on camera, and I'm gonna keep it all the way funky with you. He looked worried. He looked like, for all of you that saw the video, just tell me if he looked worried or not. He looked worried to me. He looked highly concerned. You feel me? That's just my observation, right? But we're gonna dive into his video. I'm gonna actually play the video so we can dissect it, because there's some discrepancies in that video. There's some stuff that just ain't adding up in that video, bro. There's some things that ain't adding up, and we're gonna break it down. Now, when he did the video, he talked about two individuals. I had to go do a little research, see who he was talking about. And bruh, all I got to say is this rabbit hole is deep. This rabbit hole is deep. You feel me? So this is what we're going to do. We're going to pull up this video. We're going to get this video on the screen. You feel me? So we can check out what Dr. Umar had to say about his current situation. And then we got a couple other videos that we're going to check out that may give us some clues into what's going on. You feel what I'm saying? Let's check it out. Let's see.
He needed.
Okay, here we go right here. Let's get it. Yo, if you're just coming in here, make sure you hitting the, make sure you hitting the Cash App, supporting the show, all of that good stuff, or the super chat or whatever. I'm gonna call it out in a second, but let's check out this video first. Get this up on the screen. So let's check out what Umar had to say.
This morning, I received a text message from one of my homies. He needed Dr. Umar to send him a couple dollars. I logged into my account just to check my balance because I haven't done so since I left for South Africa back on July 10th. Only to discover that I could not log into my account. So then I called the bank to find out what was going on. And the bank told me to enter my 16-digit card number. I did that. They told me they had no record of my account. The bank that I've been with since I was a teenager told me.
Now, I know sometimes when I pull the video up like this, it can be a little loud. How's the sound right now, you guys? Is it cool, or is it too loud, or whatever? Just let me know. Is it cool? Because I actually, now that I got the new mixer, I can actually control it a little better. You feel me? It's good? Cool. Let's back it up.
This morning, I received a text message from one of my homies. He needed Dr. Umar to send him a couple dollars. I logged into my account just to check my balance because I haven't done so since I left for South Africa back on July 10th. Only to discover that I could not log into my account. So then I called the bank to find out what was going on. And the bank told me to enter my 16-digit card number. I did that. They told...
Let's pause. I'm starting to really think that Dr. Umar is not very bright. He said the bank told him to enter his 16-digit card number. No, the automated system told you to enter your card number. You weren't talking to an actual bank person, which is slightly odd because if you're not able to log into your account, why would you want to, like, if I try to log into one of my accounts, because I got numerous accounts, but if I was to try to log into one of my accounts and wasn't able to get into the account, I would want to speak to a person. Like when I call, I'm not going to sit there and type in my freaking, you know what I'm saying? Type in my card number. I'm going to be pressing the 0. And I'm going to be telling the automated system, customer service, I need to speak to somebody. And if I can't get somebody on the phone, I'm going to a branch location.
Me, they had no record of my account. They had no record of my account. The bank that I've been with since I was a teenager told me they had no record of my account. So then I called the bank. And the bank told me that my personal account, as well as the independent Frederick Douglass Marcus Garvey Academy account, have both been frozen. Both bank accounts have been frozen. Both bank accounts have been frozen. And I was told that there is an investigation into my personal account as well as the school account. I asked them, was this due to suspicion of any fraud on my part? I was told that it was not due to suspicion of any fraud on my part, but I was told that it was due to suspicion of fraudulent activity. I was told that someone has been trying to gain access to my personal account and the FDMG account.
Let's pause right there. Dr. Umar, do you think, like, every once in a while, there are individuals that make the huge mistake of thinking that they're the smartest person in the room? First of all, Dr. Umar, they're not going to freeze your account for fraudulent activity. They're not going to freeze 2 bank accounts because of fraudulent activity. You know what happens when there's fraudulent activity on your account? What happens is, if someone tries to make a purchase with your card, you'll get a message. Like you'll get a text message. You'll get an alert from the app that you use. Whatever bank you use, they have an app. You're going to get a text message from that bank that says there's fraudulent activity, right? You're going to get a notification from the app that says there's fraudulent activity. And what it's going to do is it's going to ask you if you approved this purchase or this activity. If you click yes, the little fraud thing goes away. Because when the fraud thing comes up there, you can't use the card until sometimes you even got to call them and talk to them and literally go through each item and tell them, yeah, I approve this item. Yeah, I approve this item, blah, 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 whatever, right? And then they unlock your card. Or if there's some fraudulent activity and you say, no, I didn't make this purchase, they don't freeze your account. What they do is they shut down whatever card is attached to that account and they issue you a new card. The only time they freeze bank accounts is when you got some shit going on. That is the only time that they freeze bank accounts, is when you got some shit going on. But I just wanted to say that. I just want to say that because it doesn't, the story already is shaky. The story already don't sound right. It already don't sound right.
I was told that someone has been trying to gain access to my personal account in an FDMG account. I was told that someone has been trying to gain access.
So if someone was trying to gain access to your account, why wouldn't the bank contact you and let you know what's going on, as opposed to just freezing your account? It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense, right?
Into my personal account and the FDMG account. Brothers and sisters, if you have sent a donation to FDMG, let's give it until the end of the month to see if this gets cleared up. They have given me no definitive timeline as to when their investigation will conclude. They have given me no definitive timeline as to when their investigation will conclude. If you have sent a check or money order donation to FDMG, let's wait until August the 1st, Black August, and see if this situation has gotten cleared up. They told me they sent me a letter to this point on July the 10th, the day that I left for South Africa. I was told that the timeline of suspicious activity was June 25th to July the 10th. I was told that the timeline for suspicious activity was between June 25th, that's when Medea went public. Everybody knows who Medea is.
Now, let me pause. For those of you that do not know who Medea is, let me help you out. Let me help you out real quick. Let me go to my history real quick. Let's see, where does it start? Where does it start? So let me get, okay. So this right here is Medea, or the person he's calling Medea. This right here is Dr. Umar, one of his exes. Okay? Now, what he's basically saying is around the same time that the suspicious activity is happening with his account is around the same time that his ex has been going on the internet doing interviews with people. She did an interview with Tasha K. She did an interview with a bunch of different people, right? Basically airing out Umar and telling all of his business. You know what I'm saying? And we're going to review a couple of those videos too, because the funny thing about it is Umar is basically saying that he believes she had something to do with his account being having the issues that it's having. And I believe that part. The reason why I believe that part is because on one of the videos, she said flat out that she was going to ruin him. But I do not believe that, and this is just my personal opinion, I don't know for a fact, but I do not believe she tried to access his accounts. I don't think that's why his accounts having issues. I think she did something else. I think she did something else. Because in the interview, she's basically saying that she knows him, like she was around him a lot. So she know a lot of his business and a lot of how he work and all of his stuff. I'm gonna tell you what I think she did. I think she pulled a Rico. I think she pulled a Rico from Belly. I think she was chilling one day with the banana. You know what I'm saying? Watching Umar run his mouth online and was like, I don't like that shit. I don't like that shit. I'm gonna have to drop a dime. I'm gonna have to drop a dime on him. That's what I think happened. What I think happened, me personally, is I think she put them people in his life. That's what I think. But we gonna keep listening to the videos, and we gonna see if we can make sense of this. So you guys make sure you're hitting the like button. Make sure you're hitting the Cash App and supporting the show, because we gonna deep dive into this foolishness, and we gonna try to see if we can make heads or tails of what's going on. You feel me? So let's go back to the joint real quick, see what else he had to say.
July 25th, that's when Medea went public. I believe Medea and Pastor Bussy were fraudulently trying to get into my account.
Now, I don't know who Pastor Bussy is. I don't know who that is. I don't know who that is. I have no idea who that is. I'm thinking it's a YouTuber that interviewed her. That's what I'm thinking, right? But we know who Medea's supposed to be, right?
And if we find out that's the case, they will be sued and possibly arrested, because fraudulent activity on a bank account is a federal offense. Fraudulent activity on a bank account is federal offense. This morning, I received a text message.
So hold on, let's see if we can find one of the joints that's a little bit longer.
Peace and Pan-Africanism, peace and Pan.
Let's see.
July the 10th, that's when I left for South Africa. So y'all know my I believe Medea and Pastor Bussy were fraudulently trying to get into my account. And if we find out that's the case, they will be sued and possibly arrested, because fraudulent activity on a bank account is a federal offense. Fraudulent activity on a bank account is federal offense. Fraudulent activity on a bank account is a federal offense. Again, June 25th to July 10th is the period of suspicious activity. That is from the time Medea went public and I left for South Africa. Between the time Medea went
My bad, y'all. Let's see.
and I went for South Africa. So brothers and sisters, if you want to make a donation to FDMG, you must send it to PayPal.
Give me 1 second, you guys.
To July 10th. Period of suspicious activity. That is from the time Medea went public and I left for South Africa. Between the time Medea went public and I went for South Africa. So brothers and sisters, if you want to make a donation to FDMG, you must send it to PayPal. Hold off on the checks and money orders until the situation is resolved. Hold off on all FDMG Academy money order and check donations until the situation is resolved. If you want to make a donation to FDMG, send it through PayPal. right? PayPal.me/FDMG Academy, PayPal.me/FDMG Academy, PayPal.me/FDMG Academy. If you want to make a donation to the school, hold off on checks and money orders until we find out what the hell is going on.
Now, I'm gonna tell you something, right? I'm gonna tell you something. If you look at his face, right? If you look at his face, right? There's a way you can read faces, right? What you do is you cover up one side of the face. You feel me? And you look at it, right? Now, I'm pretty sure that this is flipped. Like, it's obviously flipped because he's sitting in the driver's seat, right? So it's going to be the other way around. If you look at this eye over here, like, I can see it without even looking at it. Something ain't right about him. Something's not right with him. Something's going on with him. You feel me? Because this side of his face, there's a lot of stress on this side of his face. And I could be wrong, but I think that's the side of the face that shows the most emotion. I could be wrong, right? But something's not right with him. Something's going on with him.
Bank is investigating the fraudulent attempts on our account. If I find out Medea and Pastor Bussy had anything to do with this, I was told that they can be arrested for federal offense. I was told they can be arrested for federal offense. I was told they could be arrested for federal offense. Now, with that being said, brothers and sisters, Dr. Umar has access to no money right now because my personal account contains all of my money. I only send it to...
Let's pause right there. We got to stop right there. How long has Dr. Umar been doing this? And when I say this, I mean being a figure on the internet and all of this. How long has Dr. Umar been doing this? How long has he been doing public appearances and all of this? How long has he been doing this? He's been doing it forever, right? He's been doing this for a while. So you mean to tell me that you only have one bank account? You got one personal account, and the other account is the account for the funds for the school. Those are the only two accounts that you have. You know what that tells me? You know what that tells me? That tells me that he doesn't have any of his shit structured properly. That's what that tells me. That tells me that he does not have anything set up properly. How are you the figure that you're supposed to be? First of all, let's address the elephant in the room, right? Let's address the elephant in the room. The elephant in the room is the bank account for your school. Is that a business bank account that is set up under a LLC or a 501? Because I would imagine that the Frederick Douglass, whatever you call it, I would imagine that that bank account is set up through a 501(c). Is that what it's called? I can never remember what the thing is. That's supposed to be set up through a charity, right? Grav said he might be running as a sole proprietor. Bro, if he's running as a sole proprietor, he's an idiot. Like, let's just be clear. But wouldn't you think that, yeah, a 501c3, thank you. Wouldn't you think that the bank account for the school would be through a 501c, and then his personal account is just his personal account? Am I right? Y'all correct me if I'm wrong. The account for the school would be through a 501c3, and then the personal account would just be the personal account. Now, the questions that I have, because if I were him, the bank account, if I were him, the bank account that is for the school funds would be set up through the 501c3, and that would be separate. And then I would have my personal accounts, plural, and my business accounts, plural, that are through the LLC. The fact that this dude only has 2 accounts speaks volumes. And I'm talking to all of you that have been believing that he got his shit together. The fact that he has two accounts is really troubling. Not to mention the fact that all it took was for his business, all it took was for his personal account to be frozen, and this dude ain't got no money. He don't got no access to funds, if he's telling the truth. So you don't got no money tucked away in investments where you could sell like some of the stock or some of your ETFs and pull some money from there? You don't have any money in a interest-bearing account that you can pull from there? You don't have any money in crypto that you can pull from there? Like, what, bro, what are you doing? You like, bro, you a grown ass man. You not diversified? You don't have, like, you got all your money in one place? So number one, I low key don't believe him. Now, I'm gonna tell you what I don't believe. Tell you what I don't believe. I don't believe that someone was trying to access his account. I don't believe that. But I tell you what I do believe. I do believe that this Negro only got 2 damn accounts. I do believe that shit. I believe that. A lot of y'all ain't gonna believe it. A lot of y'all think he lying. I don't think he's lying. I think this Negro ain't got but 2 damn accounts. That's what I think. I think this Negro only has 2 accounts. I think he's only got 2 accounts. I think, look, there's only 2 possibilities, right? When it comes to this, right? There's only 2 possibilities. Dr. Umar Johnson is one of 2 things. Because there's only, at this point, with all of these shenanigans and all of this chicanery, there's only two possibilities. He is either the biggest liar on planet Earth or the biggest idiot on planet Earth. And either one ain't good. Either one ain't good, because I'm going to tell you something right now. I'm starting to really look at some of these dudes with the side eye. Like, I'm really starting to look at these dudes with the side eye. Look, man, look, BINO Nation. BINO Nation. BINO Nation. BINO Nation. Everybody that's BINO Nation, put the shields in the chat. Put the shields in the chat if you are BINO Nation. Put the shields in the chat right now, man. Let me tell y'all something, BINO Nation. And when I say this, you gonna know it to be true. 100, 1,000, 1,000,000%. Right? 1,000,000%. If I had the visibility of a Dr. Umar Johnson, I would be a multimillionaire. If I had the visibility of a Dr. Umar Johnson, in other words, every time you look on the internet, you see my face everywhere, I would be a multimillionaire. All this shows me is that these dudes that be on the internet, they don't have a clue what the hell they doing. They don't know what they doing. These are grown men that do not even know how to leverage their internet presence. Fam, if I had the visibility of a Umar Johnson or a Charleston White, or, you know, if every time you looked on the internet you was seeing my face, bro, I would be a multimillionaire. I'd be hanging out with Aiden Ross and Drake and shit, bruh. Like, what are these dudes doing? What are they doing? You look at, bro, you look at somebody like Kevin Samuels, may he rest in peace. The moment that Kevin started getting the type of visibility where everybody saw him, he became a millionaire. What are these dudes doing? I'm going to tell you what he's doing. He's selling himself short because he's preoccupied with getting over on the people. That's the reason why. If he did this shit properly, in other words, if he was genuinely trying to create a school, if he was genuinely trying to help black boys, if he was genuinely trying to help black women, he would be a multimillionaire. But the reason why he's not is because he's a two-bit hustler. If we're being totally honest. The reason why he's not is because he's a two-bit hustler. Let's just keep it real. Let's just keep it real. If he was on the up and up, he'd already be a millionaire. If he was on the up and up, he'd already be a millionaire, and that school would already be open. Matter of fact, he'd already have a few of them damn schools all over the country. But see, one thing that I noticed when I was younger, right? This is what I noticed when I was younger. Anytime you try to cheat somebody, you only end up cheating yourself. See, he screwed up his own bag because he's running around here trying to. You ever meet somebody that I'll give you a prime example. Let me see if I can give you a. Okay, here's a prime example, right? Here's a prime example. Let me see if I can pull this up. 50 Cent. All right, listen to this. I want you to listen to this.
I've seen a lot of people miss out on a golden opportunity by chasing a check instead of maneuvering for a piece of equity. Probably the most egregious example is my former associate, Sha Money XL. I met Sha when I was first getting into music. Before signing the Interscope, I recorded a lot of songs for my mixtapes in the studio Sha operated in the basement of his house in Long Island. It wasn't a professional setup by a long shot, but it got the job done. More important, Sha provided a safe and secure space to record when a lot of bigger studios didn't want to fuck with me. Because of his loyalty and consistency during a difficult time, I considered Sha my partner. We never formalized our relationship, but in my head, it was a foregone conclusion that when I signed my next major label deal, Sha would eat off the situation too. So imagine my surprise when one of the first things Sha did after I signed my Interscope deal was present the label with a $50,000 invoice. He wanted to be reimbursed for the recording sessions we'd done at his house. That blew me away on several levels. First off, we've never discussed Sha charging me for the time at his place. And if that was something he felt that he was owed, why would he submit something so overinflated? $50,000 to record in his basement? It was disrespectful. I decided to try and talk some sense into Sha. Look, I didn't think you were going to hand me a bill for what we did at your crib, I told him. But if you feel like you need to get paid for those sessions, just take $30,000 and a point off the album. I was offering less cash than he wanted, but it was actually a very generous deal. A point was an industry term that meant for every album sold, Sha would receive 1% of the royalties. In the record business, points are what everyone is looking for. If an album really takes off, there's no limit to the amount you might make. Judging from the buzz around me, we were talking about an album that was definitely going to take off. Sha wasn't interested in the point. Even his lawyer told him he was crazy. Take the fucking point, the guy told him. I'll give you $20,000 right now for it. What the fuck is wrong with you? He wouldn't even listen to his own attorney. Sha wanted his $50K for me and wasn't going to budge. He ended up getting it, but it would be a decision that cost him dearly. That single point on Get Rich or Die Trying ended up being worth $1.3 million. He didn't just lose over $1 million either. After Get Rich or Die Trying started flying off the shelves, Interscope offered me a $15 million deal for G-Unit Records. Once that deal was signed, I noticed Sha started hanging around my office a lot.
See, Umar Johnson is not unique. Every hood has Umar Johnson niggas running around the hood. They're the dude that tries to get over on everybody. And they don't realize when they're trying to get over on everybody, yeah, they may get a benefit in the moment, right away. But they ruin any real prosperity that they're gonna gain, because now everybody know you a shyster. Everybody know you full of shit. Everybody know you run around here selling dreams. See, I've always been of the mind, do good business. You understand? When people come to my channel, I say, look, this is what I got going on. I'm up here doing a show. If you want to contribute to the show. If you contribute, that's a donation. I'm not saying do that because I'm gonna open a school. I'm not saying do that because I'm gonna have a cruise. I'm not doing that. You understand? See, the reason why niggas like that do that is because they think it'll make you give more money faster. See, they think they don't believe that what they offer is valuable enough to be compensated for it. Umar's stupid because he gives lectures all the time. His lectures would be enough to be compensated. His lectures alone would be enough to be compensated. But he knows that just doing lectures, that's slow money. You got to build that up. But see, if you sell niggas a dream, that's fast money. You feel me? So dudes like that will do that. You feel what I'm saying? See, they don't understand. A fair exchange is no robbery. If someone comes here and they say, man, I like your content, Angryman, I'm going to send you $5. Cool. I like your content, Angryman, I'm going to send you $100. Cool. You feel me? You sent the bread. I gave the content. And it balances out because some of y'all come and watch the show every day and you don't have to give anything. Right? Or if you come here, you say, oh, Angryman got a book. Sell the book. You pay the money, you get the book. Oh, Angryman got some merchandise. Buy the merchandise, you get the merchandise. But you got other individuals that get up here and they try to sell everybody dreams. You know, they'll have one chick one time, I forgot the chick's name, but she was like, oh, we're doing a cruise. And she was taking deposits for everybody to go on the cruise. Only problem was there was never no cruise. Then you got Umar talking about this school. I ain't never seen the school. I seen a building that was supposed to be the school. But see, dudes like that, they sell themselves short. They spend so much time trying to play everybody that they end up playing themselves. Because like I said, like it's really unfortunate. It's really unfortunate because you got somebody like him who has a huge media presence. A huge media presence. The funniest thing about it is he's running around here doing interviews. He's on an interview with Joe Budden. He's on an interview with Breakfast Club. He's on an interview. Yo, the dude could have his own platform. He could have his own platform and get plenty of viewers and make plenty of money just being straight up. Just being straight up. But a lot of these individuals can't do that. They can't just be straight up. They got to try to manipulate you. They got to try to trick you. You feel me? I get up here, I talk my smack, I do what I do. I treat it the same way a comedian or any other entertainer or public speaker treats it. You feel me? We're not charging at the door, but if you like the content, you value the content and you appreciate the content, contribute. But it's voluntary, right? And I'm not telling you that once you contribute all of that, I'm going to open a school for boys, or I'm going to do this, or I'm going to do that. Like, no. You got all of these people waiting for this school. You got all of these people believing in you. And you ain't delivered. You ain't delivered nothing. And it's just like the Shy Money XL. He saw his man 50 get a deal. So he went and, you know, they done, and he invested his time into 50 by recording all of the shit. That's the shit that got them the deal. But instead of him like, okay, you know what? 50 taking care of me, I'm gonna ride with 50. I'm gonna forego getting a payday today to get the big money in the long haul. No, he wanted the 50,000 right there. This Negro took $50,000 over 1.3 million. You know why? You know how he tricked himself out of 1.3 million? Because he was trying to hustle 50. We done already recorded the shit at the studio. We wasn't even under Interscope when we recorded the shit at the studio. But now that you got the Interscope deal, I'm gonna go down to the offices and I'm gonna bring them an invoice for back time on the recording studio. You saw your man sign a deal with a major label and dollar signs popped up in your eyes. And the crazy thing about it is he not only would have made the 1.3 million and whatever else moving forward, because he would still own a point on that album. To this day, he would still own that point. But in addition to that, you would have got a cut of the $15 million G-Unit deal and whatever else they had going on. But see, niggas want that fast money, that upfront money, over that long money, over that I'ma stay down and stay dedicated money. And they just don't get it. And Umar is one of those people. But he's worse than a Shy Money XL because he's going to sell himself even shorter than that. He's going to sell himself even shorter than that. But let's hear what Umar's ex had to say. And before we do that, let me shout out some of these donations before we get to that. We're going to get to Umar's ex, the one he calls Medea, and what she had to say. Shout out to Auntie. He said the account wasn't frozen, it was levied. Shout out to Cashmere Black, said Umar never hold himself accountable for anything. Can't trust any adult who never shows accountability. Shout out to Curiosity Channel, said, but according to him, doesn't the federal government represent white supremacy? So why is he trying to use white supremacy federal government to get her charged? Shout out to Cashmere Black, said, I think Umar on narcotics. Shout out to Andrew, he said, let me be the first. Yo, shout out to EJ being the first sponsor of the show. Appreciate you, EJ.
Here we go again. $100 boss up. Going down. Stack up and match up.
EJ said, dropping by to show some love before I head to work. Salute to you and the rest of the BINO Nation. Appreciate you, fam. Shout out to Darnell. He said 3 times, I don't believe he has no money. Shout out to Cali Bills in the building, also being a sponsor of the show.
Here we go again. Going down. Stack up and match up.
Cali Bill says, sup, big dog. It's been a while. Finally caught a live stream. Paying my dues. Much respect coming from the 916. California. That's funny. Yo, shout out to bus driver uppercut said Dr. Umar is Oswald Bates from In Living Color wrapped in Pan-Africanism. Shout out to Leviathan. Appreciate the donation. Shout out to Mr. Lone Star said he's the very thing he talks about. He's everything that's bad for the culture, but in sheep's clothing, and black folk can't seem to see it because he strokes their emotional ego. Yeah. Shout out to Home. What's going on, Auntie? Auntie said Umar don't even have a business account or a company credit card, but talking about educating our black youth. Niggas a joke, fam. Shout out to Mr. Cart. Appreciate you. Shout out to Auntie again. He said it takes a real joke of a ninja to have a personal account frozen, levied, and the school you own can't pay its light bill because of it. Shaking my effing head. Ooh, yeah, bro. I'm sitting there looking at it like, bro, like I'm listening to him talk, and I don't think he realizes that anybody that understands business structure, different bank accounts, he sounds like he doesn't know what he's doing. That's what it sounds like. If you really want to be honest, it sounds like he don't have a clue what the hell he doing. But let's pull up this video, and we'll get to the cash apps in a second, you guys. But let's pull up this video and see what the X had to say about him. There's a couple of them. Let's see. Let's start with this one.
You know, Dr. Umar had a lot to say about you. Let me ask you, how did you meet Dr. Umar?
I met him through, well, I texted him. I saw an interview he was on, and I texted him. Sent him a text about my son, and then he was supposed to, or then he hit me back. It was like really generic. I sent him another text when I was starting to have more problems with my son. And he sent me.
Now let's pause right there. BINO Nation, how many of y'all remember me saying that Dr. Umar is just basically using this as a hustle to not only make money, but to smash single mothers? How many of y'all remember me saying that? How many of y'all remember me saying his whole thing about helping young boys is just a way for him to smash the mamas? Y'all remember me saying that?
Me something real generic back. Then he sent me an email requesting that I set up an event for him in my city. So I did that.
Okay.
And
Okay.
we went to pick him up, brought him back to the event. And we just did the event. We had a huge event in my city.
Okay. Do you mind saying what city that is?
I'm in Kansas City.
Oh, you in
Red Kingdom.
Kansas City, Missouri, or Kansas City, Kansas?
I'm in Kansas City, Kansas, and Missouri. So I live in one, and then I live in the other two. So I'm on both sides.
So I don't know. So I'm from East St. Louis. I don't know if you know anything about St. Louis, but y'all ain't too far, like 4.5 hours.
Yeah. I'll be down in St. Louis kicking it. I got people down there.
Okay. So I know all about
Kansas
City.
So it's just 5 minutes away. It's like 5 minutes away from each other.
Got you. Okay. So let me ask you this. when he asked you to set up that event for him, did he offer to pay you to do that?
No, the event was free. He did it for free. We paid for everything on our end, the light, sound. We had a couple of local guys that wanted to, they had started a video company. So I had two people that I have that are friends. They decided to like videotape it. We got a lot of love. The city showed him a lot of love just because, you know, we were trying to get events set up and start bringing people in to the city just to have more of a conscious like mindset in the city.
I got you. Okay.
The event went well. We had a large theater that we set up for him. It went well.
So
he didn't tell me he had been here before.
Okay. So let me ask you, what year was
So
this?
I don't know what happened between him and those people. The year was 2023, the end of it, December the 3rd.
Okay. Now let me ask you this. After he did that event, it was successful. Did he cut you a check, a cash app at any point in time?
Nope.
Wow.
Yo, I'm going to tell y'all something right now. If Dr. Umar Johnson is brought down by a black woman, if Mr. Snow Bunnies Never, Black Queens Forever gets exposed and brought down by a black queen.
Embarrassing.
Nope. He got a lot of people passing money. A lot of people brought like I got a whole bunch of printouts of schools, abandoned schools, because I guess they were just trying to, get him to get a school here or whatever going. But he left all that stuff. He was selling books. He was selling books here, and we had some vendors that were here. So it was a good event.
Okay. And one thing about Umar, he knows how to put on a show. He knows how to talk. My question is, let me first ask you this. How do you feel about people saying, ain't no way Umar would have ever been with you? How do you feel about that?
I don't care. I mean,
I was
not the finest man out there.
Good skin.
They wanted him with
those are
online. They can't mess him like crazy. Some people are thinking that they need to like him. He's not that fine to me, and I'm not throwing no shade on him like I'm bet. But my ex is like, when my sister found, but that's why he did the crash out publicly, because I'm dating somebody else that's known.
Mm-hmm.
And he looks better to me than, I didn't want him to have to deal with that, that the backlash of all this shit. I'm trying to get this out. He's like, that's your war, you do your war. But I want him to stay, away from it. But I think Umar was trying to figure out who it was because he would start sending people into my space. That's when shit got kicked off. When you start threatening me, threatening my kids, we going up.
Okay. So let's get into, we're gonna get right back to that. But first, I'm gonna ask you this: from the time you met him in person, December 3rd, 2023, how long before you guys start a relationship after that?
So she's basically saying that Umar threatened her and threatened her children. Now, I don't know how true that is. But apparently something went down between them because she got an axe to grind.
Lost him. I lost you for a minute. Say it again.
Okay, once you met him December 3rd, 2023, how long after that did you guys start a relationship?
Okay, so we talked for a minute. So December, I texted him initially March 21st, 2023.
Okay.
He hit me on October-ish to do the event. November. Wait a minute, it was November.
Umar is doing the very thing that we thought he was doing. He's using these speaking events to smash chicks. Like he's literally, and I'm gonna tell you the truth. I personally believe that's another reason why he ain't really got his bag up. I feel like he's more focused on smashing chicks. You feel what I'm saying? Like, I feel like he do these events and he run his mouth, and instead of him being focused on making some real damn money, he using his popularity online to smash subpar chicks, bruh.
Because we had less than 30 days. By December, we did the event. That night, he asked me to go to his room. I declined. I was still trying to figure out if I wanted to deal with him. And let's see. My first flight out there was March, the next year, March 6th.
Okay, so that was like, he basically took this interview and he chopped it up into a bunch of different interviews. So we're gonna go through a couple of them. We're gonna go through a couple of them so we can get an idea of what's going on. But there's one particular interview where she said something that caught my attention. Like, she said something that really caught my attention. I was like, oh snap! Like, he don't even realize she about to be a problem. She about to be a problem for Umar. Let's see.
Is it true that he's homeless and living in his mother's housing authority apartment?
Yeah. Yeah.
She said that this Negro is homeless and he's basically living in his mother's housing authority apartment. So this Negro is Pookie Supreme. This Negro, his mother has a place in public housing and he's staying there so he don't gotta pay no real bills. Allegedly.
I could even respect it if he would have snatched all that money and bought his mom a nice little crib, you know what I'm saying? But where the hell is the money at?
Oh.
Now, when you go in his house, you can see he got clothes, got Air Max. That man has all the clothes you could ever. I mean, he got so much stuff in that house. He got boxes, like a wall full of Amazon that ain't even been opened.
Let me find out Umar Johnson done spent all his money on sneakers and clothes. Bro, did she just say Umar Johnson spent all his money on sneakers, clothes, and Amazon?
Y'all feeding this man. And people
Wait a
really
minute,
think that I care about if he picked me or not.
But wait a minute, ain't that some kind of fraud? Because that apartment is supposed to be only for her.
I don't know how the hood rat that I am. I don't know how that works. I don't know how that works.
I know how
I
it
don't know
works.
how the hell he.
I know how it works. He ain't on that motherfucking lease.
Now, I think he has executorship over her, but you travel so much. Why would you not put her in a care facility and just tell the donors? Be like, my mom is in a care. But here's the thing, though. This is the thing. She does not leave the house. She is in that house. It's in filth, of course. She needs to see a doctor. She has MS. He's talking about she's off her meds. No, sir. See, you're following, people that follow him are not thinkers. So your following is saying, oh, she's off her medicine. She has MS. Nigga, that don't make sense. If you have MS, you have certain medicine you're supposed to take. A doctor has not taken her off her meds. Now, I'm all for holistic, and being against medicine. Yeah. But sometimes you have to get you got to get yourself to a level to where you can use holistic practices to maintain it. But you can't just take her off all. He don't know where her blood levels are. He don't know where her cholesterol is. He don't know none of this stuff. You are not that type of doctor.
Now, look, for everybody that's saying, look, she could be capping, right? Y'all did hear him say, right now he don't got access to his money. So he need the supporters to contribute to him so he could take care of himself and Queen Ifatunde, his mother. He said that shit. So the fact that he said that shit, it lines up with what she's saying.
Oh my!
She needs to see a doctor.
Like he's talking about, like, yo, y'all gotta send some money because I gotta take care of Queen Ifatunde and myself. So he just confirmed that he does live with his mom.
When I left, Umar texted me 3 o'clock in the morning talking about, you took my rental car keys. No, the fuck I didn't. What kind of women are you messing with that take your rental car keys?
But wait a minute, let's back
me
up.
Of taking stuff.
And they saying this Negro ain't even got a car. He be riding around in rental cars.
But let's back up. Does he not have a car?
No. No, he ain't got no car. Umar don't have a car. Y'all about to find out everything I found out all at once.
He ain't got no car.
I've been sleeping with this man and he's not even fit. He ain't even fit to pack my groceries. He knew, man. He does not have a car.
So
he was lying to some women saying that he had a car, but the car was in the shop. That nigga don't got no car.
Wait. I just figured this out. So the school, the FDMG Academy is now closed, right? He lost the school, right?
No, he still got it.
Okay. So,
he's still pimping the community for it.
But if he still got it, he has a 501c3, so he can collect money tax-free. So he's considered a nonprofit. So I almost wonder if he's collecting all of this money under the nonprofit. He never has to pay taxes. And then he uses that money to trick off on hoes and pay his child support and not actually amass anything. He got his mama still living in filth and he has nothing to his name.
And there it is right there. You see how she was nodding in agreement? Do you see how she was nodding in agreement? So guess what? Guess what I think? You want to know what my theory is? You want to know what my theory is? My theory is that when he pissed her off, she got on the phone and got in contact with whoever and said, look, this dude got a bank account attached to a 501c3, and he's taking funds out of that account and putting it in his personal account and using it for personal uses. They'll definitely freeze them accounts behind that shit. Am I wrong? Now, of course, we speculating. We don't know for a fact. So this is all allegedly. But that shit makes sense. That shit makes perfect sense. Because you can't do that. If you've got a 501c3 that you having a bank account attached to it and you're collecting money for that 501c3 and you're not paying taxes on that money, you can't take that money and be putting that money in your personal account and using it for whatever you feel like using it for. You can't do that. You can't do that shit. They don't play. Yo, let me tell you something. They do not play about those nonprofit organizations. They don't play about that shit. They don't play about those nonprofit organizations, like, at all. You feel what I'm saying? At all. So when he's sitting up there saying, I feel like he's telling the audience, yeah, around the time that the fraudulent activity happened, Medea and Pastor, he might be talking about this guy. He might be talking about this guy. And Pastor, you know who, he said, I think they tried to access my account. Is that a Freudian slip? Are you saying that they tried to access your account because you know in the back of your head that she probably done told your business and got you in trouble? Because what I'm trying to figure out is, why would they freeze if your account for the school is attached to a 501c3 and then you got a personal account? Why would they freeze both of them? Why would they freeze both of them? Somebody do me a favor. The person that just came in here and said, man, who cares? Kick him out of here, please. Kick him up out of here, please.
Waking up, yeah, doing IGs on pristine sheets, and this woman is laying up in filth. That's sickness on. Y'all talk about how he don't deal with Anissa, or he ain't. He doesn't have the capability. That man is so selfish and self-centered. He would leave her, and I don't even know if there's a care aide all the time, because he was leaving her. The last night I was over there, he was so worried about a man being in my hotel room. He left her, came over there, smashed me out, and then went back home. And I got the text. He was like putting me in hotels so that he could run over there and smash me. He said he don't do it to women in his mama's house. You a damn lie. You a damn lie, because your mama complained about it to the family. And you was
He
trying
was
to
he was smashing women in his mama's filthy smashing women in his mama's filthy house.
Yep. Yep.
Oh.
Yep. He's something. He real different. Real different.
No.
Goat mouth fucker. He's a trip.
Wait a minute though. That's so messed up because if that lady can't get out of bed, she just gotta hear him getting and clapping cheeks in the next room.
Mm, mm, mm. Ooh-wee. This is piping hot. This is smoking hot. Piping, smoking hot.
The next year, March 6th, 5th or 6th.
Okay,
So,
you flew out to see him.
Yes.
Got you. Okay, so let's just get it out the way. Was he a good lover at all?
No, he for somebody who's supposed to be like smashing all these chicks.
I don't
He
want to
wasn't
hear
as
I don't want to hear about that.
He's on the text and on just kind of like ready ever, and then he was just sitting there raging, and I was like, what the fuck is wrong with this dude? Huh? You're just
Yes.
work done before he met up with me.
Ooh.
So that shit kind of took me like I was like, I'm gonna die in here. I was like, what the hell was that? But he seemed like he switched back. He was like, yeah. And started talking. I was like, okay, all right. So we went talking a little bit longer, and then I was like, okay, he's okay. So whatever, he's back to the person I was texting. So whatever happened is over. We got to it. And like, I was pleasantly surprised. I mean, I was okay with the package. Like his length is good.
I don't want to hear about that.
There's a delay.
Okay,
Yeah,
I was like literally fucking with a gorilla. know what the fuck, but I was like,
okay.
It wasn't a whole lot of. He didn't go down on me or anything. What him like what I want in Massachusetts. So he went to Massachusetts and he came back.
Okay, so I'm trying to find the one where she basically said that she was going to ruin him. Because she said it. She flat out said it. Hey, shout out to Dark Power. Appreciate you. Shout out to Zacchaeus. He said the Prince of Panhandling strikes again. Shout out to Kendra, said paying tuition. Shout out to Terrell. He said the Prince of Pork and Beans got busted. Shout out to IMP. He said salute to AM, the light-skinned god. Shout out to Jay Feezy. He said glad you covering this topic. Well, let's see if we can find where she said she was going to ruin him. Let's see. Here we go.
It needs to reach the masses. Why? Catalog, okay? She could have the damn thing, okay? Hello, how
That
y'all
ain't
doing?
it. Hold on. I be coming across these videos, man. Let's see.
Thank you. Oh, doing myself.
What?
So I was like, well, shit, I guess I got to get the party started. And I was like, okay, so yeah, we just.
Why was he saying that you stink though? Why was he?
His mother with the issues about her, I was dating, but though that's one of the few things. The worst thing that I think he did was post my son's shit up. The coochie
what did
shit,
he post about the son?
You want to go with that? I don't give a. Huh?
What did he post about your son?
He doxed my son, like putting up his paperwork and shit, and then you lied on it. You lied like people don't have real lives out here. Like, nigga, be so for real. That shit's not gonna hold up. It's gonna probably fly for your followers because they believe any damn thing that he says. But nobody that knows us knows that shit is even, it makes sense. He was upset. That man was hurt. And I don't know why. You got all these women everywhere. What do you care about me for? Yeah, he crashed out.
Why is his mother living in filth and got bed sores on her and all that?
Because he's a nasty motherfucker. It was only one stinky pussy between the two of us, and it wasn't me. He is just a nasty person. He's filthy. He's trifling. He's like a hamster. When I walked into the house, he was making excuses. When I was supposed to come, he put me in a hotel instead of telling me straight where the house is. He took me had me go to the hotel. If I'm lying, I'm dying. The hotel people, they can vouch it. But yeah, he put me up in a hotel. He didn't want me coming to the house, so he cleaned up. And then when I got there, it was his level of cleaning, but it wasn't my level of cleaning. So this isn't like a bachelor pad. I lived with a man before. I know how men get down. This ain't that. This is like, you need to call the city and figure some shit out. Like, people are telling me like, it's bad in there.
So you telling me his mama living like an episode of Hoarders?
And this nigga got the pea hats on with the, he's putting on a facade. There's a reason why y'all have never seen the inside of his house. Never. He's always outside.
I know he got roaches.
He's always.
I know he got roaches.
I didn't see. Now he's it's the housing authority, so they may have. They might, and I'm still suffering from being in that house for all that time. But the housing authority might have. They might have. I've had issues with him the entire time I have dealt with him.
Let me ask you this. Is it true that he's homeless and living in?
Now, but I think he has executorship over her, but this is the maintaining. I'm about to find out everything I found out.
Nonprofit. So I almost want
a man being in my home.
Hear him getting and clapping cheeks.
I heard this from one of the other women. The stuff that I'm hearing from these women, he should be in jail. He should be in jail. He don't like African women, for what I heard. I heard this, the Messiah.
Messed up, because if that lady can't get out of bed, she just got to hear him getting and clapping cheeks in the next room.
Umar's messed up in the head. And his following put him that way. He thinks that nigga thinks he is the Messiah. He thinks he is God.
Do you know why he went? Do you happen to know why he went to Ghana?
Just because he can. He's a kid. He don't even like African women, for what I heard.
What?
He don't like African women, for what I heard. I heard this from one of the other women. The stuff that I'm hearing from these women, he should be in jail. He should be in jail. He should be in jail for what he did with me, but I'm stalling him out because there's something else. He done took and tore up so many black businesses. And these people won't speak up about it because black people hate to say they got conned. They hate saying it. They hate admitting to it because when they put it out there, the comments, I never gave him any money. I never gave him money, but these girls have given him money. And they have kids.
Okay, when
I told you, man, first it was Derek Jackson. Now it's Umar Johnson, Black Queens Forever. He out here hustling, allegedly, he out here hustling. Bruh, when are y'all gonna learn? When are y'all gonna learn? When? I don't know how many ways I gotta say this. I'm gonna say it again. Black men who pander to black women, they are only doing it to hustle you. I done said this shit over and over again. I don't know how many times have I said this, BINO Nation? How many times have I told these women the best dude for you to deal with is a dude that tell you the truth? The dude that lets you know your shit stink. The dude that will check you. The dude that will tell you when you being goofy. I done said this shit over and over again. The dudes that's running around here pretending like you can do no wrong. Let me tell you something. Y'all believe your own bullshit so much that you make it easy for dudes like this to sell you a dream. See, you don't believe your shit stink. So when a dude come around worshiping the hell out of you, you just accept it. And I got news for you. The way a lot of y'all operate, the way a lot of y'all B-dubs operate, the way, let's just be clear about something. Let's be crystal clear about something. Let me take this off the screen so we can be crystal clear about something. The way y'all talk about black men, you should side-eye any black man that worships the ground you walk on. I'm going to say it again. I'm going to say it again. The way y'all talk about black men and treat black men, you should be looking at any black man that worships the ground you walk on with the side eye. Because I'm gonna tell you right now, if he's a Derek Jackson type or a Dr. Umar type, he's only trying to get one of two things out of you ladies. He either trying to get your money or he trying to get your honey. He trying to get one of the two. And why? Because a lot of these brothers are smart enough to know that if you can get the women, if you can get the black women on your side, you gonna make a lot of money. Because black women will just throw money at you. If you seem like you believe in whatever cause they got going on, they will throw money at you. See, I'm gonna tell you what the irony is. This is the irony. This is the irony. And remember I said this. Y'all ain't gonna believe it, but I'm gonna say it. I'm going to say it. The irony of all of this shit is that all of these dudes that pander to y'all, as a guy, I know 100% they don't give two damns about you. In fact, it's really counterintuitive. The men that you think hate y'all are actually the ones that don't. And the men that you think love y'all are actually the ones that hate you. It's diabolical. Look, let me tell you something. I would never run around here trying to use my platform to manipulate women. For what? For what? I'm going to get up here and critique y'all. Yeah. I'm going to get up here and say, point out the goofy stuff y'all be doing. But see, I'm not the problem. The problem is these dudes that run around here telling you everything you want to hear, talking shit about other black men and pandering to you. The Derek Jacksons, the Dr. Umar Johnsons, the Yada Awaken, like all of them dudes, bro, I'm telling you right now.
He done some grimy ass shit.
When we say money, about how much money has he gotten out of these women?
Like in the tens of thousands. He sued one lady for, he was trying to take, she was a movie producer. He was trying to take her for $500,000. Fucked her shit all the way up. And there's other people that have got mixed with him in thousands of dollars. The same lady, y'all gotta watch Lynn Honor. That same lady, she came on after I did. The same lady had to pay an actress because he had a chick up in the room. She didn't say what he did to her, but the girl, some way, she had to make that shit right out of her own pocket.
What?
He's been, yes, I'm telling y'all, and it's still, people still coming to me about this man.
Tell them to come to
women, black women, if you are a black woman and you support him, stay over there on that man's page and kiss that nigga ass and let me do what I need to do so I can get to the bottom of this stuff, because y'all are making it worse. The women that are fucked up in the head about him, the same ones that was texting him when we be asleep and all that other stuff, y'all need to stay out the way. Just sit and be quiet. You know, if you think I'm crazy or whatever, let me be crazy. But keep your ass over there with that weirdo and let me get to the bottom of this shit. Because he has done so much shit to people, and these people are scared to come out because the women and some men they try to bully him online. Like, shut up and let us get to the bottom of this shit. Because he's a predator. And then he's doing stuff to people. He's taking down black businesses. Just let the truth come out on its own. Now, you're making this shit way worse. If he crossed my path, I'm telling you, if he crossed my path, he's supposed to come down. Because I can do it. I can get that shit done. The stuff, and I'm trying to protect these women because the stuff that they went through is traumatic. They got to live their lives after. Like, my shit's already set up. He can say whatever the fuck he want to say online. You ain't going to bother my investors. They don't know who Umar Johnson is. My name, all my shit's set up. But for these other women, that they have careers, they have children, they have all this stuff. They can't come forward, but they need somebody to champion for them. And sitting up here blocking it, like, girl, you wasn't up. He don't want you. And shut up. Let me get this done. Just stay over there and kiss his ass. If I'm crazy, let me be crazy. And that's my rant. Sorry.
That's okay. But Miss
But
Siobhan,
he got to come down.
oh yeah. But let me ask you this, Miss Siobhan.
I told you. I bet you. Look, I bet you any amount of money. She done called them people on him. Cause look, she was around him. She was around him. She done been over there to his mama house. She done been to where he stay at. I guarantee you she done got a hold of some information or seen him doing something or seen some paperwork or something. Bruh, hell hath no fury. That's what it is. It ain't, bruh, let me tell you something. And he think he's slick when he sat up there and said, I asked the people at the bank, you know, they said they was investigating. I asked them, is it because of any fraud? Or am I suspected of any fraudulent activity? He had to put it out there to make it seem like the bank told him that it wasn't him. First of all, if it was somebody else and if his accounts got frozen because of something somebody else was doing, if there was an issue with his accounts because of something somebody else was doing, they would contact him. They would contact him. But here's the thing. He would still have access to his money. The only time that I've ever seen anybody's accounts get frozen up and they don't have access to the money is when you done did some shit that they consider like scamming or some shit like that, where they're like, nah, we ain't letting you get access to this money because you got this a certain way. You feel what I'm saying? And to me, the moment when he was sitting up there talking and he was saying that his accounts was frozen and he was talking about it was around the time that Medea went public and Professor and Pastor Bussy went public and I'm sitting here like, let me go listen to see what she was talking about. Because I remember seeing somebody was interviewing her. I just didn't find no interest in listening to it, right? But I said, let me go back and revisit this shit and listen to the whole thing and see what she talking about. Because at first I thought it was just one of his exes gossiping and shit. But the way she's talking, we know why your account got froze, bro. Your account got froze because you pissed this woman off and she done told some authorities some shit about you that's making them look into you. That's making them look into your bank accounts and shit. That's what this is. That's what this is, bruh. Like, does anybody else disagree? I think that's what happened. I think she put them people in his life. That's what I think. I think she put them damn people in his life.
When you say he ripped off men, what men did he rip off?
He's ripped off men, and I can't talk on their stuff because they won't let me. People think that Umar is an army. Umar is one person, and he got certain people that worship him that will do his fucking bidding. But Umar is one person. He's one person, and he's not that intelligent. He's not. So there are certain men that he's taking money from them. He's got them to pay.
I told y'all that. I told y'all that, bro. I told y'all, bro is not, he is not that bright. I told y'all that shit. I told y'all that. Yo, make sure y'all hitting the Cash App as well. We still waiting on some Cash App support. Real talk. Shout out to TBE Truck and said, is this the head monster? Allegedly. Shout out to 63rd Samurai said, man, what a punch to the nose. 2016 to 2017, the brother was talking science about education system. I was digging, fam. Sheesh. Yeah, brother. Shout out to Omni. He said, met Umar during Breonna Taylor rally, the freshest Air Maxes. Shout out to the lowly one, said, he ain't got no car. He ain't got no car. He ain't got no car. Shout out to Silent Sniper, said, she finna take Umar down like Monica did Bill. She done breached Wakanda from the inside. Yo, shout out to AR Smitty. Said Umar choosing box over his mom's is crazy. GN said the Prince of Pamela Anderson moving reckless out here. Big Joker ATL said froze both accounts equal. He was transferring money to his personal account and balling the F out with them donations. That's possible. Keon said, shaking my head.
For things, but it's more, it's only 2 men that I know of, but there are more women that he's really gotten to the money. These women are buying him clothes, doing stuff for him, buying him things, just doing stuff for the school, coming off of serious money.
I'm telling you, bro, look, Smitty, look. Not Smitty, my bad. Umar, he is, yo, you know who he is? He's Cuddy from The Wire. You remember when Cuddy opened up that gym and all the young boys was coming to the gym to learn how to box and shit? And Cuddy was smashing everybody's moms until that one boy wasn't having that shit. He was ready to fight. That's Umar. Umar, yo, this hustle is crazy, bro. When you really think about it, like, she's filling in the blanks. When you really think about it, right? So this Negro Umar, he don't got no rent. He don't got no mortgage. He's staying in his mother's public housing apartment. He ain't got no car, according to this woman. He's using, or allegedly using, the money for the school to get fresh to death and smash broads. And then he's using his Pan-African reputation, his online persona, to go from city to city and allegedly tricking black businesses to invest in his movement. And this nigga's taking the money and flying to Africa.
This movement, it is a sickness.
is of the highest order, and I don't enjoy it.
Ooh-wee. Oh my God. He said he a new age Chauncey. This Negro got the strongest hustle. Bro. This nigga out here pookie pimping. Oh my God. This nigga is out here pookie pimping, bruh. Like, what the heck? Bruh.
Thinking that the school is going to get open. That school is never going to open. Ever. And if it is, it won't stay open past a week.
I mean, but we've been talking about this school for years.
Yeah, it's a proverbial carrot for the black community. Dangle the carrot in front of their face to keep them keep them playing. It's harder when it comes to fraud. It's harder when it comes to fraud because he's actually bought a building. So the intent is a little bit different than some of these others that have never even bought the building. But he did buy the building. He's done some things on it. That's chump change compared to the money that he's pocketing.
And I've been saying this, man. I've been saying this, bro. I said this years ago. I know a brother. From the mosque here in Raleigh, North Carolina. He started a school. And guess what? It ain't take him no damn 15 years to do it neither. Like, I know people that have started schools. That's why I'm sitting here looking at the dude like, bro, how long is it going to take you to start a school? You don't need, bro, the amount of money that he claims he needs to open a school. You don't need that. You don't need that much money, bruh. And the whole reason why I know the brother from the mosque started the school is because I was going to put my kids in that school. In fact, my cousin had his son in that school. Talking about the kids had uniforms and everything. Bro, that's why when he was, I was sitting back like, yo, this Negro is capping.
Going all around the world. Plus, he's making money off his books. Plus, he things on it. That's chump change compared to the money that he's pocketing. He's going all around the world. Plus, he's making money off his books. Plus, these colleges kicking it in. They paying him to come speak.
And he gets paid when he does
the money.
And he gets paid when he does these YouTube interviews.
But here's the funny thing. All these niggas is interviewing Umar Johnson, but the niggas won't interview me. They won't interview me. Do you see what I mean? Do y'all see what I mean about the black community? Do you see what I'm saying? Do you see now what I'm saying, bruh? I'm telling you, one of the most backwards communities on planet Earth. One of the most backwards communities on planet Earth, bruh. I can't get none of these platforms to interview me for free just for me to get exposure. Niggas ain't hitting me up. Meanwhile, they paying this nigga to interview him so he can sit up there for an hour and talk about nothing and say a bunch of bullshit, a bunch of nonsense.
There you go. Yep. I forgot all about that. He got stuff everywhere.
Because
and it's women literally giving almost their whole damn check to him.
Wow. Let me ask you something. Hold up. I want to show this real quick. And I want you to tell me. So I interviewed him November 14, 2022. Is that his mother's house right there?
That's 2022?
Mm-hmm.
I think that's in Chestnut Hill. I think that's the Chestnut Hill apartment.
Is that the apartment he lost?
Yeah.
Wow.
How this nigga losing apartments, bruh? Man, brother. Where's Mr. Fantastic at when you need him? Brother. Yo, shout out to 63rd Samurai said, I think kinfolk should have left this one alone. Brother. Shout out to Grinch. He said the prince of panhandling. Fuck out of here. Shout out to G and said he's the prince of public housing. Shout out to Screen said Pan-African booty cheek warrior. Shout out to Cashmere Black said Umar ain't nothing but a pseudo-intellectual pookie. Black folks be giving money to the wrong causes, over $3 million in donate. That's crazy. That is nasty work. Martin said Pookie pimping and still gonna end up broke. Cue the United Negro College Fund slogan. A bond is a terrible thing to waste. Bruh. It's like Jeezy said on, look, let me tell y'all something. I'm going to tell y'all something. In fact, we just saw Grinch in the chat room, right? I've literally had this conversation with Grinch over the phone, right? When I came to YouTube, I took everybody at their word. Okay? In other words, if I was here on YouTube and some dude claimed that he had a bunch of money in crypto, I believed it. If some dude was up here talking about he owned business and he was balling out of control, I believed it. And I'm going to tell you why I believed it. Because where I come from, you don't get to say you do certain shit unless you actually doing certain shit. So in most cases, most of the dudes I know, if they saying they doing it, they actually doing it. You see it. Now, every once in a blue moon, there's always one dude that stay capping. But we know he capping, and we all be making fun of him. We know he a lying ass nigga, but the ratio is most of the dudes I came up around, they not gonna talk about it if they not actually doing it. So when I came here to YouTube, I expect niggas to stand on business. I expect niggas to, bro, but this is what I noticed. This is what I noticed, right? When I first got here, you know, I've always been honest about my situation. When I was struggling, I tell niggas I was struggling. When I started doing better, I told niggas I was doing better. You know what I found out? I found out that I was one of the few niggas that was keeping it funky. I was one of the few niggas that was keeping it real. And like, it's like Jeezy said on the song Vacation, I'm so disappointed, y'all. I'm at a loss for words. Like, I'm so disappointed in these niggas. Like, niggas be swearing up and down they got motion, and these niggas don't be having no motion. These niggas ain't doing none of the shit that they claim they be doing, bruh. They don't be doing nothing that they claim they be doing. Like, y'all know what it is with me. If I tell you I'm doing something, I'm doing the shit. You'll see it. Nigga, I ain't gonna get up here and be like, yeah, you know, I just went and copped that new whip, and then you never see the whip. Really? Like, come on, man. This shit is crazy, bro. This shit is crazy. Grinch said, facts. We the only ones that kept it 1,000. Yeah, bro. Everybody else was like, bruh, look. These niggas was lying through their teeth, bruh. And look, I'm a competitive person. I'm a competitive person. I ain't even gonna front. You know, I'm not a hater, but I'm competitive. If somebody say, yo, I'm doing so-and-so, I be like, shit, I need to step my game up. If I hear niggas saying they doing certain shit, I be like, damn, I need to step my game up. And then, after you done stepped your game up, you find out niggas was lying, and you look back like, damn, nigga, I thought I was competing with you, and I was really just competing with myself. Like, that shit is nasty work, bro.
Yeah. So after that, he got evicted. I think he was homeless for a little while. I think because all the stuff that you see in that video of the vandalism, that had to happen months ago. Months ago. Because it was white dust on top of the stuff. That's not a fresh break-in. And then the stuff that's in there, all of that stuff, those books and stuff, all that stuff is from that apartment. He just used it as a storage, like a holding space. So he didn't put it in he put some in his mama house, and then he got the rest up in Delaware.
The crazy shit is, you right. He said only made you better. You right. It's funny as hell. I'm thinking I'm competing with successful niggas, and I'm competing with their fantasy. You know how bad that is, bro? When a nigga presents to you his fantasy of who he think he is, and then you competing with the nigga's fantasy, and then you fuck around and outdo the nigga's fantasy. Like, nigga, I'm not just more successful than you, I'm more successful than your fantasy of you. Like, bro, what the hell are we talking about?
This dude, he's a bum.
I'm starting, like, listening to this, I'm starting to feel like, yo, that nigga Umar, bruh. I thought, look, I'm going to tell you right now, I thought for sure Umar was balling. I thought for sure Umar was doing well. Like, nigga, the way she describing this nigga, he sound like a bum.
Bum with a black card. He is a bum. He is a highly decorated hood nigga.
Oh my God!
How many women have come to you behind the scenes?
Oh my
like
God!
10?
She said this nigga's a highly decorated hood nigga. This nigga's a highly decorated pookie.
15.
Not that much, and I won't. I will say that it's been higher than 5.
James Dean
and not
said
all of them are still messing with.
James Dean said, "Do you know Ink gave him $10K and bought him a bus wrap with his pictures on it?" She said,
"Oh yeah, and just to show y'all something, I put a post up earlier. I don't know if y'all saw it. I put a post up earlier. Let me show y'all something, right? Let me show y'all something. Let's see if I can pull it up real quick. Let's see. Y'all see this car right here? Let me zoom in. Y'all see this car right here? I told y'all numerous times I got a subliminal app that's on my computer where I put words of affirmation on there that flash on the screen at like a millisecond to subliminally program my subconscious mind whenever I'm trying to accomplish something. September of last year, I put this photo in my subliminal software. September of last year, right? Now, I didn't even know. I had completely forgotten about it. In fact, here's the screenshot. Let's see. There's the screenshot of the picture in my subliminal software, right? This was September. By October, I was pulling off the lot in that motherfucker. By October, I was pulling off the lot in that motherfucker. You feel me? So I'm telling y'all right now, every one of you, I done told you a million times, yo, manifesting shit is real. Manifesting some shit is real. When you really about your business and you really out here doing what you supposed to do, real shit.
Sat next to him in Ghana at the citizenship ceremony.
Yeah, I just talked to somebody with an equal. Yeah, I just talked to her. Hey, James be getting to it. Him and Lennon, they know a lot. If people were watching that before, this wouldn't have went this long.
Who is this Lennon? Who is this Lennon person?
Lennon knows. Lennon been on that dude ass. Lennon knows like everything that he's been saying. When I went back and started watching his videos, I was like, oh my God. There was only certain things that I could fill in a gap to. But he literally been watching this dude because seriously, if you take the emotion out of it, like people think I'm scorned because Umar, fuck no. If you take the emotion out of it and look at this shit as logic, Umar is a hell of a case study. He is a hell of a case study. He's literally the stuff, the scams, the schemes, Chestnut Hill. When he was living out of that, they drop it off. And he's got those all around the house. So if I'm looking for her,
I'm here for it.
He did it anyway. He sent 2 females, and then I start getting these 215, 267 numbers. I told him, don't put nobody in my space. Powerful. You cocky, I'm cocky too. I'm arrogant. Just
hold on, here it go. This is what I was talking about. Watch what she says. Watch what she say right here.
Anna, he's not messing with them women over there. Not like black women.
Ill. And I believe he hated his mama. He punishing his mama.
Yeah. Yep. And he don't like black women.
What?
He does not like black women. Y'all have to start looking at this shit for what it is. Umar do not like black women. He says black queens forever, snow bunnies never. You will not catch him with I have not had a darker, brown skinned, darker girl come to me yet. They're all a type. He has a type. And from what I hear from one of them, he don't like Africa. When he's over in Ghana, he's not messing with them women over there. But you ain't, boy, so much stuff.
I told y'all, we looked at that picture where he was on that podcast with that one chick, that light-skinned chick that looked damn near white. I told you, y'all saw the way he was grinning. I told y'all.
I'm gonna come out. Oh my God.
I can't wait for it. I can't wait.
Busy. Leave me alone. Let me do this, huh?
I said I can't wait for it. I'm here for it.
There's a reason why when he was trying to discredit me, because Umar know I could shut his whole fucking house down. When I met him, I told him, I said, I'm powerful. You cocky, I'm cocky too. I'm arrogant just like you, but I have a good heart. As long as you don't do me wrong, you got nothing to worry about. But if you mess over me, I'm going to burn your shit down. I told him that. And he still messed with me. Okay. So now we're moving on. I told him, don't put nobody in my space because I'm guarding other people's privacy. Just like with these women. I'm guarding their privacy. If you trying to linger around, listen to calls and doing all this other weird shit, you're putting people in danger, really. And he wouldn't listen. He did it anyway. He sent 2 females, and then I start getting these 215, 267 numbers just flooding my phone. I just got a 267 number. Why are these people calling me? And I have 3 phones. Why are all these people calling me? This is not about clout. This is war. I'm not on social media. I never posted the pictures of me and him at the event. I don't want publicity. I work well in the shadows. I'm going to do this shit, and then once I'm off the internet. But he's got to come out of that space. He's horrific. He's worse than what I could tell y'all, because then that would be telling other, he would know who I'm talking about.
Is it true he has a biracial son?
Uh-oh. We got a Umar supporter. Rage King Leo said she lying. Rage King Leo, and then Don B to Freedom on me, she lying. So let me ask you this question, Rage King Leo and Don B to Freedom. Let me ask you this question. How many times has Umar set his ass up on the internet and went all the way in on black men? How many times has he set his ass up on the internet and went all the way in on black men? Didn't he sit up there and go in on SETI, called him an albino and some more shit. Now let me tell you some real shit, right? I know a liar when I hear one. This woman do not sound like she lying. This woman does not sound like she's lying. In fact, I'm gonna ask everybody. Hold on. Let me put a poll up in the thing. You know what I'm saying? Pause. Yeah, this woman does not seem like she's lying. She does not seem like she's lying. Shout out to Alan, said from the Philly Uber streets. Appreciate it. This woman does not seem like she's lying.
Are you talking about the white guy Bella that came out on him?
They saying his name Malcolm.
I have never heard of that. I've never heard. I wouldn't be surprised. I would not be surprised.
Why you think he wasn't in his daughter's life?
Umar is not mentally fit to be a parent. Umar is not mentally fit to deal with kids. Period.
What?
Yeah. What kids has he that can have grown up and say, "Hey, Dr. Umar changed my life"? No.
That's some real shit right there. Like, yo, I'm gonna tell you something. When she said that right there, that kind of stood out to me. Where are the people? Where are the people saying Dr. Umar changed their lives? Like, y'all come over here all the time. Y'all come over here to my channel. Y'all see it all the time. How many times have y'all been in my chat room and somebody in the chat room be like, yo, Angryman, you changed my life? I don't think I've ever heard anybody say that about Umar. I don't think I've ever heard anybody say that about Umar.
Nobody has come forward. Nobody said I went to school with Dr. Umar. I went to grade school with Dr. Umar. Y'all have never seen these people. He is not good with kids. When he went out to the school and them kids were out there, he didn't know how to deal with those kids. They was running around. Remember when the school got vandalized? You don't know how to coerce kids, like get them together, get them. He doesn't know how to deal with them. Every woman that he has dated all have a child that has autism. Either they're older or something, but it's always a woman with children, and the children don't like him or they don't deal with him, including my son. My son has never talked to him, does not want to deal with him, and his daddy was like, don't put that nigga next to my son. That's all I'm asking. Do you?
Okay, fair enough.
But what has he built that's complete? There's nothing built and complete. Most men like him started something in college. His nephew is already on the ground. He's hit it and running. He's got stuff established. Umar does not have any friends. He doesn't have any childhood friends that he still hang with. He has associates. He's got people that follow him, but there's nobody he can call when somebody pisses him off. He calls one of us women. He do not like dudes. He does not like dudes.
Really?
He don't like.
And that would explain why he gets up here and talks crazy about men. That would explain why.
Nobody. But all of this Black Queen stuff, that's some bullshit. Because your victims are Black women. Black women, but Black men, unless they have a docile demeanor, he won't deal with them. You will not see him in other spaces with other intellectuals. Even when he went to Oxford, he snubbed.
So she just said he don't want to be in a space with other intellectuals. This lets you know why he doesn't want to debate nobody from the space. He doesn't want to debate nobody from the space. I told you, look, I've said it numerous times. I said, yo, given the opportunity, I would cook Umar. I would cook him with fresh grease. Because he's not no intellectual. He just seems like an intellectual to stupid people. He's not an intellectual. He's not smart.
He don't want to have nothing to do with Boosie. You building a whole school. Boosie is the dude. You better get with him. He don't.
I told you. I said it before. And I'm going to say it again. Umar is not an intellectual. Okay? He's not even close to being an intellectual.
I don't want to have nothing to do with him. He's intimidated by other men intellectually. I think that's why he went to do Don Colloway. I think that's why he don't want to be in a space. I know he's done Mark Lamont Hill's show, but he will not get back in the space with him after he came out. Well, he told me that Mark Lamont Hill used to date his baby mom. So I think
he don't want to be exposed. That's what that's about. He does not want to be exposed. I said this over and over again. Dr. Umar Johnson is the new version of the Baptist preacher. Okay? See, in the modern day, in this day and age, Black folk ain't really into church like they used to be. So Umar is just an evolved version of Jesse Jackson. He's an evolved version of Al Sharpton, but without the political connections. Okay? See, Umar is what the Baptist preacher used to be to the Black community. You understand? He's now a new iteration of that.
now that he has something on him, he didn't want to do Joe Budden. He canceled that. He was like, because he asked me, he was like, do you think I should do Joe Budden? Mark Lamont Hill's gonna be on there, and I'm like, well, like my brain thinks in 3D. I'm like, well, what would he have to gain from that? Why did they stop messing around? You know, I'm thinking about all the factors, trying to figure out if this is, you know, if they're gonna snake you or blindside you. And it wasn't even, I don't even think it was on that time. Then I found out Mark Lamont is married. I'm like, he ain't thinking about that. Go do the show. He still didn't do it.
James Dean. Thank you, self-helper. James Dean just said Malika, Africa Love Story is Umar next victim. She put on several events for Umar. She crazy for Umar. She better be careful. I don't even know who that is.
No, She's the girl from Diddy's band. Diddy making a band shit. She's out in Cali, I think.
Oh Lord.
I want to say, yeah. He has his. He has some. He has some. But there's some that will ride to the end with him. And
Shout out to Rage King Leo. Said Dr. Umar clown. Know what? You have a point. Shout out to Andrea. Said that's Umar on a fake account. Umar is lying. Shout out to Andrea. Said where are the people who went to school? He went to school with? Where is his professional colleagues? Who sent him? Shout out to Lotus Flower. Appreciate you. Yo, what's up with the support on the Cash App side of the game? What's going on? We need some support on the Cash App side of the game.
I'm not trying to get no followers. If you on that side, stay your ass over there. I'm looking for the golden egg, like the golden egg that will fit some pieces together. I'm not trying to convert people from Umarian. Like I don't want to deal with that. That's a head case because you're too. It's like it's like a cult.
But I want to go.
Bruh. Shorty exposing the crap out of him. Now look, it's no coincidence. Because even though I'm looking at the stuff out of order, right? I'm looking at the stuff out of order. It's no coincidence that she comes out and says all of this stuff about him, and around the same time that she come out and say all this stuff about him, he start allegedly having problems out of his bank account. And keep in mind, I said allegedly. So this is real interesting, fam. Shout out to Mark. Mark said we all saw his junky apartment. Bro, this whole Umar Johnson thing is heating up. But Shorty out here spilling the tea on him. It's just confusing to me because I know for a fact if I had the type of exposure that Negro has, bro, I'd be a millionaire. There's no way that I wouldn't be a millionaire. There's no way. Shit. If I had the ability to go to multiple cities and do speaking engagements, I would definitely be a millionaire. In fact, the whole speaking engagement aspect would be a game changer for me, bro. That shit would be a game changer for me. Like, I ain't even gonna front. Jay Grizzly said millions of people know Umar. Yeah, he's famous. Umar is famous. Like the level of exposure he has, bro, the amount of people that he can reach is crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy, bro. There's no way. There's absolutely no way. But anyway, I think I've had enough. I think I've had enough of the Umar gossip for now. You feel me? I really wish we would have got more support on the Cash App side, but you know, it is what it is. We got 2 sponsors, so that's what's up. Shout out to Rage King said, I get Google points by sending a super chat fan, so kind of like cash back. Word, that's what's up, man. Appreciate you. But y'all already know what it is, man. I'm gonna keep us updated on this story as it develops. We'll see if it turns into anything else. We'll see if Umar gets his accounts back or if he never gets them back. Who the hell knows? But we'll see what's gonna go on with this. I'm gonna do a little more research, see if I can, find some more pieces to the puzzle and all of that good stuff. You feel me? But with that being said, man, salute to everybody that came through. I appreciate y'all for tuning into the show. You feel me? And look, by the way, Umar ain't the only person that's famous. You feel what I'm saying? They got your boy. I'm on famousbirthdays.com. You feel me? Look at that shit. That shit say YouTube star. You feel me? So your boy got a little bit of fame. You feel what I'm saying? I got a little bit of fame. You feel me? Let's see. When it comes to popularity, I'm as far as YouTubers go or famous people go, I'm number 51,446. When it comes to YouTubers whose birthdays are on the 27th, I'm number 21. When it comes to news creators I'm number 21. Number 21. Number 21. Yeah. Number 21, they got me on the list with Philip DeFranco. Let's see. They got me on the list with Phil. I don't know these other folks. I know Philip DeFranco. They got me on the list with old Phil. Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. But yo, make sure you guys go check out my book, The Angryman Standard, which is available on Amazon. All you have to do is type The Angryman Standard in the search bar and it will come up on Amazon. Also, if you want to check out the merchandise, all you have to do is go to shopBinoNation.com. Again, that's shopBinoNation.com. We can check out some of the merchandise we got. You feel me? We got some nice merchandise. You feel me? But with that being said, man, salute to everybody. I appreciate you guys. We're about to get up out of here. Salute to the whole BINO Nation. Let me know what you guys thought of the show. I'm going to put a poll in the chat. Just let me know, did you like the show? But with that being said, salute to everybody. I'm going to holler at y'all later. Deuces.
Spartans! What is your profession?